there's no reason why indie rock or alternative rock shouldn't be more mainstream. I don't even know. So I don't for a second think, you know, that being underground and in this sort of, you know, shadows is necessarily any cooler. We write songs and we make records and we want as many people to hear them as possible. So I'm really excited when Bon Iver, Arcade Fire get recognized on sort of like a more sort of broader mainstream level. They should be, and I think it's cool. So we're happy to be here. Yeah. I don't think there's a date for it. It is definitely, the wheels are in motion, and a lot of songs from different people have been coming in, and there are lots of closet Dead fans out there in the indie rock world. So yeah, I think it's going to be a really, really cool record, and the Grateful Dead themselves have been the surviving members have been super supportive of it, and we played a show, and Bob Weir played with us and stuff, and so the little things like that has been amazing. When they found out this was happening, they kind of opened their archives and sent the giant box sets. They sent like 50 box sets to us to give to all these potential artists. So all these, you know, Grateful Dead geeks were getting this, you know, personalized giant box sets of their entire catalog. It made a lot of people's day, you know, and so they've been very, very cool about the whole project, and they've been really excited about it. So that's just kind of a surreal thing in itself, that you have this idea. I mean, it was mostly Aaron and Bryce's idea to like have indie bands cover Grateful Dead, and then to have the Grateful Dead come say, "I love that idea. How can we help?" So yeah, it's been a surreal and amazing thing. Yeah, I think there was when you're in high school and college, and you would kind of align yourself with a certain musical genre. Like my friends were all listening to AC/DC, and then for whatever reason I went for the Smiths, you know, and it was a way I defined myself as an individual. And I think when you're younger, you get very protective and defensive of your own identity, and you want to validate that your position in the world versus other people's and stuff like that. So that happens when you're young, and that's a fun thing. It's why people like align with sports teams. They like, I like this team. Like, why do you like one baseball team more than the other? It's just, that's part of your identity. And so I think that happens with rock bands, and I think that's a cool thing. It's like, but as you get older and you grow up and you realize that you just start to find the beauty in so many different things that you kind of maybe turned your nose up at. And yeah, so I think a lot of people now are happy to come out and not being so worried about being whatever a definition of cool was when they were in high school and college, and yeah. Well, the Red Hot organization is something that we've been kind of connected to for a long time with the Dark Was the Night thing, and I was a huge fan of their No Alternative thing that they did years ago, you know, when I was in high school. And so and then Aaron and Bryce had a very close personal relationship. Aaron worked for that organization a little bit for a while, so that was just the most natural way to figure out how to do these projects, and it's turned out to be a huge success, and really fun for everybody, and like I said, that's really Aaron and Bryce's. They've led the charge on that, so I don't want to take any credit for that, but it's been an amazing thing to be a part of their whole organization, and they've raised millions and millions of dollars. The Dark Was the Night thing has raised millions and millions of dollars for different AIDS things, and yeah, we've been honored to be a part of it and really lucky. Yeah. The fact that we didn't know it was actually going to be turning into actual. My brother had a little camera that nobody noticed. It was so small, and we just thought he was making some goofball things for our website. If we had known he was making a full-on movie documentary, he probably would have been a little more guarded, and he got a lot of stuff that we probably would not have let him get if we had known it was going to turn into a full movie. But it's a really weird and beautiful, hilarious, sad and strange movie that he pulled off, and when everybody in the band saw it, it was far more interesting than anything we could have imagined, and we were really happy with it and proud of it now. But had we known that's what he was doing, we never would have agreed to it. Yeah.